May I ask that you forget all your problems and just relax while I bring you the master key to success, a key that unlocks the door to every opportunity your mind can conceive, a key that opens the gate to wealth, peace of mind, spiritual harmony, and personal achievement. This key, my friend, is already in your possession. You were born with it, but most people go through life never knowing they have it. They search outside themselves for what has always been waiting quietly within. Now, before I reveal the master key, let me remind you of a great truth. Everything man has ever created began in the form of a thought. The airplane was first a thought in the mind of the Wright brothers. The telephone was first a thought in the mind of Alexander Graham Bell. Electric light was first a thought in the mind of Thomas Edison. Every great enterprise, every cathedral, every symphony, every scientific discovery, every fortune, every home, first existed as a thought in the mind of man. And so it is with your own success. Whatever you desire in life, whether it be riches, happiness, peace, or love, must first take form in your own imagination before it can ever become reality. That, my friend, is the beginning of all achievement. The master key to success is simply this: whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. I may doubt that statement. You may think it too simple, too grand, or too mysterious, but the truth of it is proven every day in the lives of those who dare to use their minds with purpose and faith. Let me illustrate. More than a century ago, a young Scottish steelworker named Andrew Carnegie discovered this great truth. He realized that success was not a matter of luck, but of law. He believed that if men could be taught to organize their thoughts and direct their minds toward a definite purpose, then success could be created with mathematical certainty. Carnegie passed this idea on to a young reporter, Napoleon Hill, and challenged him to test it. Hill spent more than 20 years interviewing the most successful men of his time: Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Theodore Roosevelt, and hundreds of others. And from those years of study, he distilled the philosophy you are hearing now, the science of success. Let us examine the first part of the master key: whatever the mind can conceive. This means that your imagination is the workshop of your spirit. It is the birthplace of all plans, dreams, and desires. It is within your power to conceive any idea your mind can hold. There is no limitation to what you can imagine, except the one you set upon yourself. But the second part of the key is just as important: whatever the mind can believe. You may conceive a grand dream, but if you do not believe in your power to attain it, your dream will fade like smoke in the wind. Belief is the spiritual energy that gives life to thought. Belief transforms a mere wish into burning desire. Belief calls forth the unseen forces of nature and aligns them with your purpose. A thought without belief is like a seed thrown upon barren rock. It will not grow. But a thought nourished by faith becomes a mighty tree, bearing fruit in its season. Faith is not something you find by chance. Faith is something you create within yourself, by repeating and affirming your purpose until it becomes part of your very being. Now, how may you apply this principle to your daily life? The first step is to define clearly your definite major purpose. Decide without hesitation what it is you desire most in life. It may be a certain position, a certain income, a home, a relationship, or a state of mind. Whatever it is, write it down. See it in your mind's eye as already accomplished. Do not say, "I wish to have." Say, "I will have," or better yet, "I have." Because the moment your mind accepts it as already true, your subconscious mind begins to act upon it. The second step is to determine what you will give in return. Nature demands an exchange. You cannot receive something for nothing. You must decide what effort, what service, what dedication you are willing to offer in exchange for that which you desire. This is the law of compensation, the law that governs all success. Now, once you have your purpose and your plan of service, you must write a clear statement, your definite chief aim. It should read something like this: I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent and continuous action toward its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Then read this statement aloud twice daily, once upon rising, once before retiring. Read it with emotion, with belief, with absolute faith that it is already yours. Do this every day, and soon your mind will accept it as reality. When that happens, events will begin to align with your purpose in ways that may seem almost miraculous. My friend, this is not magic. It is law. It is the same law by which the planets move, by which the tides rise and fall, by which the seasons come and go. Your mind is a broadcasting station, sending out thought vibrations that attract to you other minds and circumstances in harmony with those thoughts. If your thoughts are of fear, failure, and doubt, you will attract those very things. If your thoughts are of faith, confidence, and success, you will attract those as well. You are the master of your fate because you are the master of your thoughts. Let me give you a little parable. There are two sealed envelopes placed in the hands of every human being at birth. In one is written, "The riches you may enjoy if you take possession of your mind and direct it wisely." In the other is written, "The penalties you must pay if you neglect to control your mind." The first envelope contains blessings such as sound health, peace of mind, a labor of love, freedom from fear and worry, and material prosperity. The second envelope contains the price of neglect, ill health, poverty, fear, frustration, and failure. You have but to open one envelope or the other. The choice, my friend, is always yours. As you begin to apply this principle, remember this: the world will not pay you for what you know. It will pay you for what you do with what you know. Knowledge alone is not power. It is only potential power. It becomes power only when applied through action, guided by a definite purpose and sustained by faith. You may meet with temporary defeat. You may fail once, twice, even 100 times. But remember, temporary defeat is not failure. It is merely a signal that something in your plan is not quite right. Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Plant that seed, water it with persistence, and it will bear fruit in due time. Let us pause to reflect on this truth. You are where you are today because of the thoughts you have permitted to occupy your mind. Tomorrow, you will be where your thoughts take you next. Therefore, control your thinking, and you control your destiny. If you wish to be successful, think success. If you wish to be happy, think happiness. If you wish to be loved, think love. The law works the same for all, at all times, in all places. Now, as you listen to my voice, I ask that you make a silent promise to yourself. I will never again use the words "I can't." From this day forward, I will think only of what I can and will do. For as surely as night follows day, what you think, you will become. Your mind is a rich garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. You may grow flowers, or you may grow weeds. You may cultivate beauty, or you may permit neglect. The soil will return whatever you plant, and it will return it in abundance. So plant wisely. Plant faith instead of fear. Plant courage instead of doubt. Plant love instead of hatred. Plant purpose instead of drifting. And soon your life will bloom with the fragrance of achievement. This, my friend, is the beginning of mastery. Mastery of self, mastery of thought, mastery of destiny. The master key to success is not hidden from you. It lies within your own mind, waiting for you to claim it. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Repeat it often, until it becomes part of your very soul. Believe in yourself, believe in your purpose, believe in your Creator's plan for you, and no power on earth can keep you from success. Until we meet again in our next lesson, I leave you with this thought. Your life is a reflection of the thoughts you choose to dwell upon. Direct those thoughts toward your definite purpose. Keep faith with yourself. And remember, Bishek, you hold the master key. May I ask that you once again relax your mind and body. Forget for a little while your worries and cares, and listen carefully as I bring you another great truth, one that has lifted ordinary men and women from obscurity to greatness. This truth is called the mastermind principle. The mastermind is the source of power behind every enduring success. It is the principle through which you may multiply your strength, your wisdom, and your opportunity by blending your mind harmoniously with the minds of others who share your purpose. Now, I do not mean merely working with people. I mean working in harmony with people. There is a vast difference. You can sit beside another man for a lifetime and never create a mastermind alliance. But let two minds meet with understanding, confidence, and a common goal. And immediately a third mind, invisible and powerful, is created. This invisible mind becomes the guiding intelligence, the unseen power that draws upon the infinite intelligence of the universe. This, my friend, is the secret by which every great achievement has been brought into being. Let us look into the nature of this strange and wonderful power. When two or more people come together in a spirit of perfect harmony for the purpose of accomplishing a definite aim, they form what I call the mastermind. Each person contributes his own ideas, energy, faith, and imagination. And out of this blending there arises a new and greater power, greater than the sum of its parts, just as two tuning forks struck together will create a vibration that neither could produce alone. Consider, for example, the achievements of Henry Ford. He was not the greatest mechanic in his factories. He was not the most skilled engineer, but he surrounded himself with men who possessed the knowledge he lacked. And together they formed a mastermind alliance so strong that it revolutionized the entire automobile industry. Andrew Carnegie, too, built his vast steel empire not by his own efforts alone, but through the combined power of a group of loyal men, each contributing his share of talent and wisdom, each working together in perfect accord. Carnegie once said, "No man can become rich without enriching others." That, my friend, is the mastermind in action. The same principle works not only in business, but in marriage, in friendship, in community, in every cooperative human endeavor. When two minds are united in harmony, a spiritual chemistry takes place, a blending of mental and emotional energies that gives birth to ideas, plans, and inspiration that could never have existed in isolation. It is as though infinite intelligence itself reaches down to assist those who work in unity of purpose. It is this unseen power that has inspired poets to write, musicians to compose, inventors to create, and leaders to guide nations. Now, the word harmony is essential here. Without harmony, the mastermind cannot exist. Two minds filled with jealousy, doubt, suspicion, or fear cannot produce creative power. Just as two discordant notes cannot make music, two discordant minds cannot create success. Harmony, then, is not mere politeness. It is a spiritual state, a willingness to cooperate, to listen, to understand, and to respect. Harmony is born of confidence and goodwill. It thrives on faith, and it dies in the presence of distrust. You must choose your mastermind associates with great care. Select only those whose mental attitude and purpose are in harmony with your own. If you seek riches, associate with people who believe in abundance, not those who cling to poverty. If you seek happiness, surround yourself with cheerful, optimistic souls, not those who grumble and find fault. If you seek spiritual growth, walk with those whose hearts are pure and whose minds are open. The law of attraction will help you find such people, for like attracts like. You need not chase after them. Your own mental vibration will draw them to you when you are ready. Remember this truth. Your greatest assets are not the dollars in your bank nor the property in your name, but the minds you can call into harmony with your own. One idea born in the mind of another may be worth more than all the gold you could earn in a lifetime. Therefore, treat your associates as your richest treasure. Give freely of your own intelligence, your enthusiasm, your loyalty, and others will respond in kind. Now, you may ask, how shall I begin to form a mastermind alliance? The answer is simple, yet it requires sincerity and patience. First, decide clearly what it is you wish to accomplish. You cannot build a mastermind around vague desires or idle dreams. There must be a definite purpose, a clearly defined goal that all can see and agree upon. Second, invite into your alliance only those whose loyalty is beyond question, whose faith matches your own, and whose character you respect. Third, meet with your group at regular intervals, once each week if possible. Discuss your plans frankly and openly. Exchange ideas, but never criticism. Each meeting should leave every member stronger, more determined, and more enthusiastic than before. And finally, pledge yourselves to complete harmony of purpose. Promise to stand by one another in prosperity or adversity until your goal is achieved. No alliance can endure unless bound by mutual trust. When such a group comes together, something extraordinary happens. The minds of the individuals become channels through which infinite intelligence may express itself. New ideas appear, ideas that no single member could have created alone. Obstacles melt away. Opportunities appear where none existed before, and gradually, almost imperceptibly, the power of the mastermind begins to carry all who belong to it toward their shared success. If you doubt this, look around you. Every enduring organization, every great business, every creative movement, every spiritual revival, all are built upon this one principle. Even nature herself operates through cooperation. The bee and the flower, the soil and the seed, the sun and the earth, each contributes to the other's success. Harmony is the law of life. Discord is the path to decay. The mastermind is harmony applied to human thought. It is nature's way of multiplying power through unity. Now there is another truth I must share with you. The mastermind can work for good or for evil. The same law that brings prosperity to one group may bring destruction to another, depending upon the motive. When men unite in harmony for a selfish or destructive purpose, they too create a mastermind, but one that draws its power from fear and greed rather than from faith and love. Such alliances cannot endure. Their very foundation contains the seed of their own ruin. Therefore, as you form your own mastermind, let your motive be pure, your purpose constructive, and your heart free from envy or malice. Perhaps you are thinking, I am alone. I have no one with whom to form a mastermind. Do not let that discourage you. You are never truly alone. You can begin by forming an alliance with the greatest of all minds, the infinite intelligence which permeates all things. Speak to this intelligence through prayer, meditation, or deep reflection. Ask for guidance, for ideas, for strength. And when you are ready, you will attract others to you, men and women who are seeking the same truth, the same purpose, the same harmony of spirit. This invisible alliance with infinite intelligence is the first and highest form of the mastermind. It is available to all who seek it with faith and humility. Now let us bring this lesson to a close with a simple formula you may apply. Decide your definite purpose. Choose your associates wisely. Maintain perfect harmony. Meet often. Let faith be the guiding spirit of your alliance. Follow these steps faithfully, and you will soon feel a strange new power working through you, a power greater than any you have known before. You will sense that you are no longer striving alone, but that unseen hands are assisting you, unseen minds are guiding you, and unseen forces are opening the way before you. That, my friend, is the mastermind in action. Remember always, no one ever rises to great heights alone. Even the most solitary genius stands upon the shoulders of those who came before him. No tree grows tall without the support of the earth that nourishes its roots, and no man achieves lasting success without the cooperation of other minds working in harmony toward a common end. Whatever your goal, whether it be wealth, fame, knowledge, or peace, seek first the alliance of minds that believe in you and in whom you can believe. For when you and another think together in perfect faith, nothing on earth can defeat you. In closing, remember these words. Every mind needs another mind to reveal its greatness. Form your alliance, nurture it with faith and loyalty, protect it from discord, and it will lift you to heights you never dreamed possible. This, my friend, is the mastermind principle, the second step in unlocking the great master key to success.